Hey everyone, my name is Sean Arnold and welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Online Ranked Duels. Today we are continuing my series of looking at character-based decks, and today we are looking at Gardner. Now Gardner isn't really a duelist even in the anime and the manga, and so she hasn't really ever had a kind of an archetype specifically made just for her. But what you often find with Taya is that she's often attributed to the light fairy type of mechanic, whereas that is to oppose Yugi's darkness and him liking spellcasters. Taya doesn't really have a lot of options in terms of what she can do here, but I decided to go for a Herald Saphira style deck. And so let's get into the main gameplay and talk about what we're doing here in this game. In this first turn or so, I've used pre-preparation of Right and Manju to search out some of my ritual cards, and we've already summoned Herald of Perfection in the first turn, which is what you kind of always want to do. Ideally, while your hand is nice and big, you want to use Herald of Perfection, because Herald of Perfection's effect allows you to discard one fairy type monster to negate a spell, trap or monster effect that your opponent has on their side of the field. It's a really strong effect, very much for this environment, and if you can keep it up, then it can swing the game into your favor quite early on. Also, I've got Saphira, Queen of the Dragons on the field, and Saphira also complements Herald quite well. She has a variety of effects that activate in the end phase, and the one you saw me use in the last end phase was my ability to draw 2 cards and discard 1 from my hand, which allows me to fuel my hand a lot more to keep more discards for my Herald. Unfortunately, Pagan had more options than I had negations, and so he's played Photon Zero to bring out his Galaxy Eyes Dragon from the graveyard, and now he's going to combine it with Galaxy Wizard to Exceed Summon into a Neon Galaxy Eyes monster. But this isn't going to stay on the field for very long, because now he's going to overlay these 3 into a stronger monster, into another version of Galaxy Eyes, and that has a whopping 4k attack. That is really quite bad. Dealing with big monsters isn't the easiest thing to do, and with a deck like this, while Herald is quite strong, I can't deal with anything that's already on the field. So yeah, that's a bit of a challenge there. My opponent tried to use the effect of his dragon to destroy Herald of Perfection. However, Hymn of Light, when it's in the graveyard, allows me to banish it to prevent any destruction to a ritual monster. So unfortunately, in that last turn, I only lost Saphira and still got to keep Herald. Now in my own turn, I played Pre-Preparation of Rites. Pre-Preparation of Rites is an awesome card for ritual decks. It allows you to basically go plus into your own deck. You get to search out 1 ritual card and 1 monster that is listed on that ritual card from your deck or your graveyard. It is a good recycling tool, and it is a good way just to gain more advantage. However, in this situation, it isn't going to help me too much. Unfortunately, now I've lost my Herald, and this Galaxy Eyes is going to use this effect again now to destroy my Manju. There's no way of protecting that, so that's going to go to the graveyard. And now with most of his material spent, he's going to overlay 1 more time into Dark Matter Dragon. Dark Matter Dragon is an absolute beast. It has 4k attack. It can attack 2 monsters per turn. It has a great effect here where it can send multiple dragons from his deck to his graveyard and force me to banish multiple monsters. So I'm asking myself, what do I not really want to draw into? And I think the monster which I don't really need to draw into right now is Maxi. Maxi is awesome and is a great card for many decks. However, in this situation right now, he's not going to help me too much. So, in my opponent's turn, his Art Brave Dragon is going to activate, and now he special summons Divine Dragon Lord Felgrab. That is going to allow him to banish 1 monster from my graveyard, which he chooses Herald of Perfection, and it will boost his dragon's effect, attack, and also give it a bit more of an increase there. Playing Pre-Preparation of Rites, I managed to get 1 Hymn of Light from my deck and also recycle 1 of the Saphiras in my graveyard, and now I'm trying to choose what am I going to do. I have no real way of actually getting over these monsters here. My options are incredibly limited, and so I decided I'm just going to go for Saphira, get rid of Herald because Herald has nothing to fuel itself with, and I'll just use Saphira, put it on the field, and go into my end phase and use this effect to draw more cards. So I'm going to try and think to myself, what can I luck into? And fortunately, I managed to top deck into Honest. That is incredibly lucky to be able to do so, and that's going to help me here in just a moment. So my opponent plays Dragon Shrine. He now uses Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter's effective, so it allows him to attack twice, and now I respond with Honest, making Saphira 6,500. That is incredibly lucky. I was very fortunate to get into that. But that's one of the benefits of this deck. You are able to dig through your deck so fast, you can get to those key cards quite quickly. And so in the end phase, because I sent Honest from my hand to the graveyard, anytime I do that, in the end phase I get to activate Sephirius Effect again, and I got to draw 2 more cards, and now I'm leading into a spirit based combo on my own turn, using Nikitama and another spirit monster to summon 2 spirit monsters on my turn. And now we're going to wrap up this game by going into an Xyz summon. So I'm going to go for Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. That's going to allow me to take half of my opponent's Felgrand's attack and add it to my own dragons, making him nice and beefy. And just to add a little bit more damage to the mix, I'm going to special summon Yamato by banishing 1 0 piece from the graveyard, and this is going to allow me to swing for game. Very lucky pull there, and yeah, no, just managed to turn this around with a fortunate draw there. But thank you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned for a few announcements. Hey everyone, thank you for staying tuned to the end of my video. Here is the deck build for this deck. If you want to try it yourself, you're more than welcome to give it a shot. If you would like to hear a bit more detailed commentary on how this deck works, please go and tune into myself streaming live every day at 7 PM GMT over at the Arnold's Twitch. Today I will be using this deck just a bit more to test it out a bit more, tune it a bit more, and also yesterday's deck, which was Yugi's Toy Box. Please feel free to support the channel by subscribing, sharing this video with your friends, and hopefully you're just having a good time playing Legacy of the Duelist. If you ever want to be featured in a video and want to play against me, or play against me live on stream, feel free to add me to PSN at the Arnold's Play, which is where you will find me most on every single day. And yeah, no, just as always, thank you for tuning in. This was my Gardner deck. Isn't the most easiest deck to run. It can be quite difficult and it is very combo based, but it's very hard to build, but it worked out very well in the end. Thank you guys for tuning in as always, and take care.